Okay, I had this video on before, but it was far too long, far too big. So I'll split it into two parts. This is the video about the nature of the Pharisees, and I'll go through Matthew 23 with you in two parts, as I said. Now, the Pharisees were, as Christ pointed out, hypocrites, the religious leaders, but Christ told them and warned them that they were hypocrites. Then spake Jesus to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, The scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do, but do not ye after their works, for they say and do not. So in other words, the Pharisees were the religious leaders. They knew the Mosaic law very well. They stuck to it very stringently, very strictly. But Jesus is warning the disciples here not to practice not to do as they do, because they don't practice what they preach. What else? For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers. So in other words, they load men up with loads of rules, regulations and laws, but they won't keep them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They are the leaders, and everybody else is just there to follow orders, to do as they say. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and to enlarge the borders of their garments. The phylactery, of course, was the little box and the headband that contained verses from Deuteronomy. The Pharisees would make theirs incredibly larger than anybody else. The verses were there to make sure that the Pharisees never forgot the law, and their robes were very, very detailed, so that they stuck out. Here endeth part 1.